You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Police found a body outside a senior housing complex in Baldwin. They got a call around 9 a.m. to Hollandia Shores Apartments on Grand Avenue of someone in distress. The 79-year-old man was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now it's not known if he died from the cold or another medical condition. And family and friends are remembering an off-duty police officer killed in a car crash in St. James. 42-year-old Patricia Espinoza was killed driving to work early Saturday morning when police say Matthew Smith ran a red light and hit her car. Espinoza's husband, a fellow officer, was also on his way to work when he came across the accident. He got out to help and realized it was his wife. Espinoza immigrated from Ecuador and played a big role in helping recruit Hispanic officers.
Patricia is a direct reason why we had a 30% increase in our hiring of Latinos on the job in the last test, because she was part of our recruitment team.
Smith is in the hospital. He's charged with DWI and is expected to be arraigned tomorrow. Espinoza leaves behind a husband and 2-year-old daughter. And a former Adelphi University president charged for an alleged DWI crash pleaded guilty to reduced charges. Christine Reardon pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment and criminal mischief. Police say the 61-year-old broke through metal fencing at an LIRR station in September, narrowly missing commuters during the evening rush. As part of the plea, Reardon has to pay $140,000 to cover repairs of the station and perform community service. And the westbound lanes of Sunrise Highway and Bayshore have reopened after a truck hit an overpass late this morning. Now, traffic was diverted for hours onto the service road. Traffic on northbound lanes of 5th Avenue on the bridge was also temporarily stopped. And only in Newsday, a Suffolk Community College groundskeeper has reached a settlement against the school after banning him from wearing a Make America Great Again baseball cap. Salvatore Esposito wore the cap during an open house back in 2018. College officials told him he could not wear it on the job because the red MAGA hat was not part of his uniform. The Medford man did not disclose how much he got, but said the settlement was a priceless victory.
I just feel slighted that my First Amendment right was violated. I'm an Iraq War veteran. I love free speech. I see all kinds of free speech on this campus being promoted. I have no problem with it. I love it all. I can learn from everybody, and I'm hoping that people can learn from me.
Esposito is still working at the college. An incredible sight in the waters of Amagansett. The famed shack on stilts collapsed yesterday into the water. The house on Mulford Lane originally sat about 100 feet from the water line decades ago. All right, here's a quick at tomorrow's weather. It was slightly warmer today, and that's saying something. Tomorrow will just reach 30s. We'll have clouds and sun overhead, and of course, we'll have that 7-day forecast for you later in the broadcast. It's been more than a week since that storm dumped more than a foot of snow on parts of the island, and snow is still piled high. Virginia Huey takes a look at what crews are doing to help clear the way.
Everything is blocked all over with snow.
For 68-year-old Fred Cohen of Great Neck, bringing a letter to the post office was nearly impossible. His walker got stuck a few times as he tried to get through piles of snow and ice on the sidewalk.
The snow high, there is no way for the people to come in.
Cohen isn't alone. 1 week after Mother Nature dumped nearly a foot of snow on parts of Long Island, many are frustrated with what they're calling slow snow removal.
It's just mounds and mounds of snow, and you can't get parking.
I tried to cross. Who am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can't do anything about it. Does the city have to do this? This is their job. All right?
Do you think they're doing a good job?
No.
It's been challenging.
Great Neck Plaza Mayor Ted Rosen said his crew of 7 Department of Public Works employees has been working extra hours clearing snow.
The problem is this snow did not melt the day after. We've continued to experience, as you know, sub-freezing temperatures. So it's very hard now to remove the snow. In many cases, it's turned to ice.
Mayor Rosen said the village is stepping up its snow removal efforts this week by hiring a contractor with dump trucks to move these piles of snow out of the village. Mayor Rosen is also reminding residents to heed the notices to move their cars off the streets and parking lots so the plows can do their work. He said businesses and building owners are responsible for their own snow removal.
Do it when it's fresh.
Nolan Meredith owns an apartment building on Linden Street. He said he had his snowblower out clearing snow the day of the storm.
If you don't get the snow when it's fresh and soft, you just create more problems for yourself. I mean, now it's like concrete.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
If you're having trouble getting warm during this cold stretch, why not head to a cozy spot for some comfort food? Let's head out east with Doug Geed to the Cooperage Inn in Bating Hollow.
Out East with Doug Geed is brought to you by Connect One Bank, a better place to be.
Although it's in the middle of farm country, this restaurant has more of a feel of a Vermont ski lodge, and it is vastly different from when it was built in the 1960s. I'm Doug Geed, out east for Newsday TV. Let's pay a visit to the very popular Cooperage Inn.
I really love food. I've been in and out of the kitchen for 50 years.
It was 1999 when Chef Jonathan Perkins was looking to buy a restaurant. One day, he and his wife went to a small roadside spot for a bite to eat. They saw someone they knew and figured she was a customer. Turns out she was the owner.
We sat down and we were able to put a deal together.
And just like that, Perkins was the new owner of a restaurant that went back to the 1960s, a spot that primarily served local residents in what was a very rural community.
The farmers would come in when it was Bernie's. You know, this was the place where all the snowmobiles come to in the winter.
This is the original bar, and this is the spot where one night, decades ago, an angry farmer slammed his machete into the bar after a disagreement with another patron. These days, locals still visit the Cooperage Inn, along with thousands of people who come to visit the North Fork. Although the restaurant has expanded greatly inside and out, Perkins wanted to keep its small-town feel.
Homey atmosphere, it's casual.
And the menu is filled with what's best described as comfort food. That includes an item Perkins has been making from scratch for decades, chicken pot pie. It became so popular that he launched a line of pot pies to go.
So I have chicken, turkey, short rib, jambalaya, vegetarian, chicken marsala.
No-faux pot pies became so popular, Perkins opened a market in Mattituck to sell them, along with other dinners to go.
A lot of families that are working, you know, they don't want to cook when they get home.
There's been a lot of changes for the Cooperage Inn over the years, but Perkins says one thing he never changed was what the restaurant was always about in its earliest days, a popular stop for locals.
The most important thing for me in business is obviously the local community. Let them have a good meal and enjoy it.
In Bating Hollow for Newsday TV, I'm Doug Geed.
Now for more out east, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. If you can't get enough winter fun, why not make a weekend out of it? Let's go with Carissa Kelman.
We're ready to go. Indoor tubing. Here at the American Dream Mall, there's so much to see and do, but I'm here to go indoor snow tubing. Let's go.
That's right, you don't need a mountain or a snowstorm to go tubing this winter. Just cross the Hudson and step inside the mall, where the snow's already waiting and the gear's ready to rent.
Whoa!
Chilly. Real snow.
Wow. Big Snow keeps it cold year-round with real snow for skiing, snowboarding, and tubing.
Actually 28 degrees in here. You can see my breath, and I think that's even colder than it is outside today. So bring gloves and bring good shoes and socks because you're gonna need it. You know we're still going shopping after this, right?
Of course, because you're still inside one of the biggest entertainment complexes in the country. There's a water park, a theme park, a skating rink, arcades, crazy milkshakes, and a giant observation wheel with sweeping views of the New York and New Jersey skylines.
This mall is so big, if you get tired of walking, rent a unicorn.
Whether you're planning a winter day trip or just want to play in the snow without driving to the mountains, indoor tubing at American Dream makes winter fun easy.
Beep beep.
For Newsday TV, I'm Carissa Kelman.
All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast to see if we have any warmer temperatures heading our way. And we kind of do. 32 tomorrow, 30s pretty much all week until I get into the weekend, and then it chills off again. But it's better than last week when it was absolutely freezing. Saturday night is going to be the coldest. Check it out, 4 degrees.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
For more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Ken Buffa. More news coming up.
There's more to Long Island than you know when you picture this. Join Macy Eglin for a journey through some of the major moments in Long Island's past through the lens of the Newsday archives. Picture This, available now at Newsday.com/picture this.